Well, we have been here before. Hi, I need to welcome myself back to my channel. I'm so sick of doing this, but it's just the name of the game with depression and anxiety. You see, over the last year, I've just dealt with literally probably anything you can think of. And what I think I haven't been honest with while processing the grief is how much confidence I've lost within myself here on my property and with building. Just overall, the toll the last year has taken on my body, it's just like my brain has like had enough. So I walked back into the trailer because as I have been processing all this, I've realized like what a crap human I was over the last year too, amongst being crappy to myself. I was just not the best to other people, like my old assistants and some passerbyers that came and went out of my life, but I was just using the tools in my tools box. And as I was thinking about that, I started thinking about how often I did not finish a project, aka every single project that I did, because I was not living for like doing the projects and actually functioning in them. I was living to turn in a deadline. Editing this episode back, I'm kind of looking at it and I'm looking at it from a perspective of like, how cool, I guess. I'm cleaning up this canvas that past Rachel kind of built and maybe had like one or two marks on, or maybe she sketched out a drawing, and then I get to come back and kind of erase that and create a whole new piece of art, which is like pretty incredible. You know, I used to have to do that at other people's houses every time I moved. Now I'm just gonna do it here, even though it's like, why didn't you finish it before? I laugh because it kind of makes sense. Okay, I'm done. Well, I'm not done because I'm gonna be talking your ear off this episode. Just get over it. We have a lot of catching up to do in order for us to move forward with like, God, that OG Rachel I miss it. I miss just like teaching myself things, teaching you things, having a success or a fail, not like, oh my God, I am literally so sad. Oh my God, I have no energy. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but like, I want to share this part of the healing process too, where it's like, get up off the couch. Get off the couch. Don't take a nap with your boots on. Get out and get to it. So that's what this part of the healing process is. And then next is like, we're dominating the world. I'm hoping, at least that's what it's starting to kind of feel like. So while I was shooting this giveaway, I was in here just staring out the window and just started thinking about how I did everything backwards over the last couple years. I just like worked on outdoor projects during the summer and we never really used them. I put, like I said, my old assistants through absolute hell, which was fun at the time, but like looking back, I just mentally, oh my God, I was the worst boss. And I am still the worst boss. I'm just trying to get better. I didn't use any of that and I didn't really like much of that. And it just takes a couple of tweaks for me to fall back in love. So that's what we're focusing on. This view. So before I can touch the trailer, I wanted to clean up this outside area, and also the real priority is to fence off this extension for Leo, and then he can also be involved with all the humans. And the chickens just loved this fenced off front garden situation, so I want to give them more space. As I mentioned earlier, I think I avoided a lot of this because a lot of these memories are with people that aren't really in my life, hopefully just for the moment. Some aren't in my life at all, but it just hurts because I reflect in so many different ways. Like I, number one, blame myself severely because I know what I was lacking as a human on so many levels during the last year. And now, you know, I try to make amends with those people and it just does not go well. And then, or sometimes I try to communicate to some of the people that I'd like to stay in my life and it just didn't go how I thought it would. And it's so funny how I think romantic heartbreak is so, or how I used to think romantic heartbreak was so big, and now like friendship, like a friend breakup is way worse in my opinion. Anywho, I don't know. And then something just clicked when I was walking through these projects. I just started remembering the before and that feeling when I first bought the property, the during with the people that I love, and the direct after for the deadline. But then like looking at the now, how these spaces are a direct reflection of how the Rachel I'm talking about was, you know, just like whatever, give up, onto the next, move through, turn and burn, doesn't really actually get out of my face. I think I just lost that this was my fun and my art, and it became work, and then I don't like working. Like I never really have in my whole life. Like I think I've been fired from every single job because I just always had a problem with management, and like now I'm the management. So last year when everything was kind of crashing and burning, of course I'm the worst boss in the world. Like, and then what, I'm the boss of myself. Why do you think my schedule's been so off? Like, come on. So we're trying to change that, right? So I just like started laughing because I've been telling myself every single day now, like, hey, there's just this one thing you got to do. Just this one thing. And if you do that, you start to just teach yourself accountability, which I really have not given myself any, which, you know, is definitely a problem. But this was my way back in. Just a little tiny baby step in the right direction. And it just started kind of snowballing me to kind of honor my space. I think I just started disrespecting my space because I started disrespecting myself. And then like now that has completely changed. So let's fix that. I like how comfortable you are, bud. Ooh, Rufio, why are you mad at her? So much drama in the coop. So this area, I never really knew what to do with, and then Darla gifted me this lounge chair, and I think this would be the perfect spot for like a little layout. But I think it'd be a really cute lounge area. So I'm gonna pressure wash and tidy up this area really quickly and place the pots in the lounge chair and see what plants we need to get. Oh, Callie's song just came on as the sun's going down. So I'm gonna go sit over there. Ooh. I'm gonna finish planning tomorrow morning. I think that's a little bit of a sign from her to go sit and enjoy the sunset with Blaze. So let's go do that. I just booped you with the gate a little. Here you go. You got sawdust all over your face, little mans. Yeah. You guys have to envision where you see my neighbor's house. There'll be a fence eventually where it'll make it feel a little bit more secluded, but also there's gonna be stables for the other farm animals. Anytime I find anything, whether it's a tool or a toy, I implement it into the planters around here. On the topic of memories and reminiscing, I would like to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I've actually partnered with them because I'm going to be gifting it to Darla. One of our dear friends is moving away, and this is a way that Brie and myself can share videos and photos constantly with her through this frame. Aura is the Wi-Fi connected digital picture frame that beautifully showcases your photos and video. And the fun part about this whole thing is you can upload your photos and videos directly from your smartphone using their app, and it will upload live into the frame. You can also invite others to share photo and videos through the app as well. I am not a techie person whatsoever, and this was super easy to use, set up, and get going. It's easy to connect to Wi-Fi, and if you change locations, you just reconnect to the Wi-Fi that's around. Oh my, what? That's so pretty. Find your frame's touch bar. Swipe to see a new photo. This one is the gravel with the white mat, but there is a gray with the white mat. I've linked this product down below for you. I really like the contrast of the gravel with the white mat personally, but you know, to each its own. Another reason why I love this product is because I take so many photos and videos, and I rarely go back unless I need it for a reason to go like look and kind of not reflect, but see the memories that have accumulated out here in the desert. And this, personally, for me, the reason I want one is it'd be so fun to just upload my favorites and always have it on rotation and just, again, look over, and it just, I don't know, it's just gonna make you happy. The quality of this is insane. I can't get over it. Like, I can't get over how bright and just vibrant. Like, this doesn't do it justice, but it's like, oh, and it shows the light. It's like Harry Potter up in here. On top of that, a bonus, so like any human involved in this, even if it's just you uploading or friends from afar, family members from afar, is it's free unlimited storage. If you guys want to grab one yourself, sorry for the chicks yelling in the back, if you guys want to grab one for yourself, you can actually get $35 off by using my code, Living to DIY, as well as free shipping. And it's the perfect gift for Father's Day, Christmas, birthday, literally anything. I mean, I'm getting it for my desert mom, and I'm going to go get one for my grandma, and then I'm going to get one for myself. So, anyways, check it out down below. And just thank you so much for Aura Frames for sponsoring today's episode. Let's get back to the DIY. What I'm really excited for is I found a Facebook marketplace post for free fencing. Now, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I just want to create a very simple perimeter for the friend zone area so I can open up this gate during the day and Leo can explore more of the land. I'm excited. Brett's gonna head over and we're gonna go do that together. As I mentioned before, I have to work within my budget, which is insanely minimal. So free fencing that I just need to DIY to make a little better was kind of right up my alley. I don't know if you can hear me, but I need more boards. So we gotta go pick up some more fencing tomorrow. But all that will be beautiful, I promise. Ironically enough, which you'll see in a second, I was kind of reluctant to start to install the fencing because of the crazy winds we were having. So I focused on making underneath the tree pretty and turning it into something that I could actually use and would make me fall in love with the space some more, versus just the lounge there. I needed it to be more than a tree right next to it. Christy is here and she brought... Okay, walk straight and then look at that little lounge area. So it's your own little zone. So eventually you'll be surrounded. That's why I want to put the fence up too, because then it's full privacy. Love seat in that tree. One human that has really just shown me the beauty in the broken is Christy, man. I am so grateful for this broad. I can't even begin to tell you. She has me really looking at things in a new perspective and is just constantly encouraging me to reuse and make the property as sustainable as possible. This will all make sense in a second. I am using all the material I have on hand to DIY a seat into the bench because I want to fulfill the little kid in me. I think it'd be so fun to just sit up in there, watch the sunrise, and also be able to see the sunset from it as well. So cute. Now, everything, I've said this before, on my land, anything you're like utilizing out in the open is going to have that rustic touch. So I ripped off some pallet wood from a delivery that I had and I started to wrap that. I do want you to keep in mind that when I do the exterior of my structures, they will be more modern, so it will be a nice even blend. But I like to lean into the rustic and the reuse on this portion of the renovation. Something I've also done over the last couple months is just really just taking a chance at having a green thumb. Now, I don't know if I'm doing it right, but so far things have been sustaining and blooming, and I've had 3 sunflowers and a couple of roses. A tulip almost died on me, but I think I'm bringing it back to life. So I started to plant a rose garden because eventually I would like it to grow big enough to kind of cover this bench area. You know, I just want everything to be lush and big and kind of add that privacy since we don't really get that in the desert. We got to DIY it. And right there, just like sitting in the bench after it was kind of detailed a little bit further, that oodle, I know that's not the right word, but that's what I used to call it. It just came back to me and I was like, oh, it's a go time. One woman, again, sweets, it's 10:30. Let's see how long this takes me. As frustrating as weeding is in the desert, it does make all the difference, even though you do want the green. There is just something about some clean sand in the intentional spots that can make all the difference. It is just such a process if you don't keep up on it. You guys, why didn't you tell me to stop? Wild. My lips are chapped. We raked almost all the weeds. We just have a couple more areas tomorrow morning at sunrise I want to do, even if it's windy. I just got to get it done. Again, just cleaning up has snowballed into me wanting to work on the fence even in the wind, which might not have been the best idea, but figuring out how I'm going to place these panels and utilize them as they come framed, which I don't even know how long they're up at the other house. Do not even look at the bottom of the boards because we will figure it out later. That was the next task at hand. Where are you living? You better go.
Cute. Boop. Old Jeep, new Jeep.
Okay, so unfortunately, the guy that had all this free fencing, I should have gone when I messaged him. There's a new load. He is all out. Tomorrow I'm gonna go scavenge. I got, I think, the rest of the 4x4s. But I'm gonna go scavenge and try to complete this wall. If not, we'll just like transition this wall into different fencing that blends in with the remaining of it. I don't know why I thought he would have like 100 and something boards. I need to auger and set the posts tonight for the remaining of the privacy wall. And what's really cool about this whole privacy wall is like the money that I would have spent on lumber, I was able to then spend on strictly plants, because plants, landscaping is such a huge budget. So I would have spent more than double what we got here, which is really cool. And we're reusing. We're not throwing into the landfill. We are not purchasing more wood. And I know that it looks ugly right now, but you have to trust the process. I keep saying that. Okay. My back is, they broke in. Something I'm falling in love with now that it's becoming a reality, it's so funny how much a fence can help, is like when you step into my side of the world, it feels like a different town, right? This is before Reno. And then you come on this side of the fence and you can kind of start to see, oh, I almost just broke my foot going into that hole. You can kind of start to see the magic over here. House, barn, horses roaming all over there, guest house, jacuzzi, party pad, and then outdoor movie theater. Just, it's like its own little world in here. I think the cutest part is you can see the tree through the gate. You'll be able to just have a little sneak peek, but like, look, again, you're walking through and it's just, I think the cutest little DIY I've ever done. I cut the top of the fence off, not the bottom, because the bottom actually we're at a slant and I'm going to be leveling the sand up and creating planters on the outside so you won't even see it. And I also opted to keep the rustic look on the outside and paint the inside this color called Rare Wood, and the paint thing exploded on me. This has to be the part in the movie where the character gets their life together, right? Like it's about time. I'm not looking. I need to cut this. This is my genuine reaction to looking at the fence for the first time. Okay, I'm gonna put shorts on. It's actually like, it's not cold, but it's not hot. Still, with the budget at hand, I mean, this is just a couple of cans of paint that I can change the color of. I didn't have to buy these panels, which I would need 14 of these, which would be about $1,800 before tax. And then even if I went with the cheaper ones, like the horizontal slatted ones, that's still roughly $700 just in panels, not including other materials. So still a win-win, and we got to keep a positive outlook. It kind of worked out that he didn't have any more panels because I just added like basically a traditional farm fencing, if you will, and I'll add some chicken wire to do the remaining of the inside of the activity area, because then you can see the mountains, because you couldn't obviously with this privacy wall, but it's more to keep the cars away. I just wanted to see the mountains. I know it seems stupid because now you can see that house, but me being in this trailer is honestly me just trying to reclaim my power with gratitude for every mistake I've made. During my Rufio was yelling. Well, it's not windproof. Okay, I'm not gonna get mad. I can't. That's so much. The whole thing comes down, I'll be so sad. Because like honestly, even with the fence falling down, come on, are you kidding me? I was just like, how didn't you think of that? Yeah. Well, I've never built in that direction. The wind really rarely comes from that direction. It just hauled. And then my decorations worked against me. So regardless, again, of the massive fail in front of me, I just sat back and was like, I beat myself up. But then I called Brett almost immediately and was like, can you please help me? He came over, he helped me that day. And like almost immediately I turned it around, which is so rare. I normally will just sit and sulk. And then I think that's what leads into my depression bouts. And I just kind of go introverted. So I asked for help, and I just was super, super honest, even though I was just terrified. And then I moved on to what just like makes me the happiest, which is growing myself the damn flowers, growing myself the damn garden, and like feeding kale to my pig directly out of my garden. Like I just am trying to be like, no, don't slip. We have a new tool in our toolbox, Rachel. Let me pull you over to here. It's so funny to me how I previously DIY'd this property strictly around my humans, and now I'm DIYing it more so around me and my animals with a whole new purpose for it and a whole new vision. And it just feels so ridiculously good to feel confident again with power tools. It sounds kind of crazy to say out loud because I was using them, but there just wasn't a connection there. And I don't know, I hope you can feel it through the screen with this one. And I can't even believe we had a sunrise like this for this, but that's exactly why I built it. For the Thormans to run up at the lounge, and for the Blazes and the humans of the world to sit up and enjoy the view. I just really love you guys. I haven't really felt me in so long, and it just feels so insane to like come back to myself and kind of wake up to what's going on around me. And now it's time to get to work. Well, not work. It's time to get to play. I want to just have fun, and I hope that you guys have fun along this process of making this dream desert oasis like a true reality. It's about time, like we actually step into the next chapter. It's been too long. I'll see you soon for another DIY.